Hey there. So this week, thought I'd play the piano and kind of do my lesson at the same time. So for the creative thinking assignment this week, we learned about the models of creative problem-solving process, and I just wanted to reflect on what I learned. Also, that is not beer bottles. That's actually Porco cold brew. Yeah, because beer is not SEO approved, and I would not have that in my house in Buttercup at 6-7. But with that being said, let me start off with the first reflection point that I really enjoyed. Paul Torrance, in his model of creativity, he talks about flexibility and how through those ideas, it might not be the very first idea that you have, but it's the variation of that. And that's so true. I remember so many ideas that I've had in one direction. For instance, presidency, how I wanted to approach it. But with other thoughts and other ideas, I still took the main base of what I wanted to use, but I didn't necessarily use the same approach. I used a different approach, and like flexibility says, I used a variation of what I wanted to do and what to say during my presidency. With that, the next one I really enjoyed was Tina Selig's innovation engine complex model. What I liked about it so much was that it wasn't simple, in the sense that it wasn't just simply stages, but it was all one put together. So culture, attitude, knowledge, imagination, all that stuff came in together. Because I feel like, when I change my habitat, what I liked about it is when I change my habitat, for instance, when I do homework at my house, I feel like if I change my environment, like going to Starbucks or whatever, it creates all these different thoughts. So my imagination runs more freely. My attitude is different because I'm there. Yeah, so I think I completely agree with what Tina Selig's model says, and I really enjoy it. I think it's really great. The complex model is a very model. It's a very good model to relate to how I think. But last but not least, I absolutely love the design thinking process model. It really it's different because it's a cyclical model, so it doesn't simply just move one direction, but it goes back and forth. And that's what I like, is because when ideas don't work, sometimes we just tend to scratch the whole entire idea. And in this model, it kind of really doesn't call for that. It just calls for you to move one step back or one step forward. But in that case, if you have to move one step back because the idea didn't work, you would just restart from that process and move forward from that point on, rather than having to start from scratch, from the bottom, I guess you would say. I also like about that model is that what it says is it likes to learn about the audience that it's really trying to hit or speak to, and he calls that like the empathy question. And as a leader, I think that's very, very, very important, is to know who your audience is, know who you're trying to hit, know what they like and whatnot. So with that being said, I really enjoyed this lesson this week, and I hope you have a great rest of the night. Thanks for tuning in.